Half a day students, I am Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. You all have been through a year of big changes. We've had to adapt and make big changes to keep our families and our island safe. But with change comes opportunity and a chance to try new things like PBS University. While Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio and I will continue to do our part to keep our island safe, you students have a part to play as well. Your part is to keep learning and to keep up with your lessons. That's why I am happy to see you here ready to learn with PBS University. PBS University is a way to bring a continuous educational curriculum to you while you stay safe at home during this time. To help you keep up with your studies, we asked our friends at PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education to put together this episode. Thank you for doing your part and have a great lesson.
PBS University is a program by PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education in conjunction with public school teachers. These lessons are created to provide both parents and students with a unique educational experience while helping students to continue learning at home. PBS University, next on PBS Guam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come along, let's sing a song. We'll have a great adventure. Today's the day, let's learn and play. We'll have a great adventure. Numbers, letters, science things, all that we can do. Help you deal with how you feel. Share with us too. It's super cool and just like school, our awesome learning adventures. So grab a friend, the fun will end. Our awesome learning adventures. Awesome learning adventures with PBS University.
Hafaday Kiddos. That's a greeting from me, Mrs. Pacheco, your pre-K literacy teacher. And today, I'd like to go on a field trip. Today, I'm meeting my friend at the Pacific Islands Club, or PIC. But I've never been there before. I always get scared of getting lost. I wonder if there's a way where we can tell where we're going. My friend says that there are signs there to help me go around. Do you know what signs do? Signs help us find our way around, right? So maybe we'll use the signs to help us find my friend. Do you want to help me? Let's go explore and find my friend.
We're here at the Pacific Islands Club. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Are you ready to go in the doors and help me look for my friend, Sheki? Well, the Pacific Islands Club is a place where people stay when they're visiting Guam. Are you ready to help me find my friend? Let's go. This is the Pacific Islands Club. It's also a nice resort where people can have fun and swim. Let's walk down to find my friend. There's so much greenery around here. Let's see if we can find a sign. Oh, here's one. Let's go to the water park entrance. Do you see it? It has the person swimming. Yep, right there. Let's go. Oh, here's another sign. I think we're gonna go to the activities pool. Do you see the sign for the activities pool? Here we are, but I don't see my friend Sheki anywhere. Doesn't seem like anyone's here. Here's another sign. Ooh, there's a sign, the Sheki Splash Pool. I think we should go there. Let's look around to see if we can see it. Oh, there it is. Here we are at the Shecky Splash Pool, but Shecky's not here. Where else could he be? Let's look at this sign. Maybe we should go to the kids' playground. Let's walk over. Oh, there it is. Here we are at the playground, but still no Shecky. Where else should we look? Ooh, here's the Shecky Shack. No Shecky here either. Let's go and look at another sign. Lots of things on the left to see. Maybe we should check them all out. First, we'll go check out the courts. Do you see Shecky anywhere? Me neither. Let's go check out the fitness center. Do you see Shecky anywhere in here? Nope, me neither. Now it's time to check out the tennis courts. Do you see Shecky in here? Neither do I. I think I need to use the restroom. The sign said that they're this way. No Shecky here. But I think the restrooms are near here. Do you see a sign for the restrooms? He's not in the archery place either. Let's go back and check the main pools. Do you see Shecky anywhere? This is taking forever. I don't think we're ever gonna find him. Let's go check out that waterfall area. It's like a game of I Spy. Let me know if you see Shecky anywhere. I don't think Shecky's here in the amphitheater. Maybe I should ask Information Center. I'm gonna ask my friend Jan. Have you seen Shecky? I don't think he has. I can't find my friend Shecky anywhere. Let's go check the lobby to see if he's back up there, because I don't see him anywhere. Sound good? Let's go up. Well, I can't find Shecky anywhere, so I guess we're just gonna go home. Oh my gosh, that looks just like my friend Shecky. If you see him, he looks like this. Eventually, the real Shecky came to the rescue. Hooray!
That was so much fun learning with you, reading the signs, and finding my friend Shecky at the Pacific Islands Club. Until next time, Littera, see you later.
Lenwal. That's how you say hello in Costa Rican. Hi everyone, my name is Miss Lazama and I am your pre-K math teacher. Welcome to PBS University. Do you know what holiday is coming up? That's right, Easter. Easter is coming up and Easter is celebrated on a Sunday. During Easter, you spend time with your family, hunt for eggs, and eat yummy food. But do you know what animal hides the eggs that you look for during Easter? Correct again! The Easter Bunny hides the eggs during Easter. For today's episode, we're going to be comparing Easter bunnies. You are going to tell me which bunny is taller and which bunny is shorter. But there are also bunnies who are the same height. You will also tell me which bunny is heavier and which bunny is lighter. But remember that the bunnies can also have the same weight. But before we begin, can you guys guess how many Easter bunnies are in this bag? You got your guess? Okay, well, we're going to find out at the very end of this episode how many Easter bunnies are in my bag. Okay, so we have 6 bunnies here with us today. This is Abby, Bruno, Corey, Daisy, Emma, and Frankie. We're going to pair each bunny together and compare them. Who should we start with? Abby and Corey? Okay, let's start with height. Abby is 8 inches tall and Corey is 6 inches tall. Who is taller? If you guessed Abby, you are correct. If they have a bigger or higher number, that means that they are taller. Since 8 is bigger or higher than 6, that means that Abby is taller than Corey. Let's compare another pair of bunnies. This is Daisy and Bruno. Daisy is 6 inches tall and Bruno is 10 inches tall. Who is shorter? If you guessed Daisy, you are correct. Daisy is shorter than Bruno because her number is smaller than Bruno's number. Since 6 is smaller than 10, that means that Daisy is shorter than Bruno. Let's start comparing the weight of the bunnies. We have Emma and Frankie. Emma is 5 pounds and Frankie is 10 pounds. Who is heavier? That's right. Frankie is heavier because his number is bigger than Emma's. 10 is bigger than 5. Let's compare Abby and Frankie. Abby is 8 pounds and Frankie is 10 pounds. Who is lighter or who weighs less? That's right. Abby is lighter because her number is smaller than Frankie's. 8 is smaller than 10. Do you remember the term we use if a bunny has the same weight or weighs the same? That's right, equal. The term we used is equal. Some bunnies can have an equal weight or height. So let's go look at some examples. Corey is 6 inches tall and Daisy is 6 inches tall as well. Who is taller? That's right, none of them. None of them is taller than the other because they are the same height. They both have the same number, which is 6. Frankie is 10 inches tall and Bruno is 10 inches tall as well. Who is shorter? Correct again, none of them. None of them is shorter than the other because they are the same height. They both have the same number, which is 10. Let's look at their weight now. Frankie is 10 pounds and Bruno weighs 10 pounds as well. Who is heavier? That's right, none of them. None of them is heavier than the other because they have the same weight. They both have the same number, which is 10. Corey weighs 6 pounds and Daisy weighs 6 pounds as well. Who is lighter? That's right, none of them. None of them is lighter than the other because they have the same weight. They both have the same number, which is 6. Wow, guys, we were able to compare the weight and height of 2 Easter bunnies. Remember, the bigger the number, the heavier they are, and the smaller the number, the lighter they are. The same thing applies to their height as well. The higher the number, the taller the bunny is, and the smaller the number, the shorter the bunny is. Do you guys remember your guess on how many Easter bunnies are in this bag? You got your guess? Okay, let's see how many Easter bunnies are in this bag. Ready? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 bunnies in my bag. If your guess was 5, great job. You are correct. Okay, boys and girls, that's all I have for you today. Please stay safe and remember that you can make a difference. Bye.
Buenas, and half a day. Welcome, pre-K students, to science. Let me take my mask off. I am inside my classroom and there are no students, no one in the same room as me. It's definitely safe for me to take off my mask so you can definitely hear me clear. Well, buenas and half a day. Welcome to pre-K science. I am Mr. Diego, and today in science, we are going to learn, what are we going to learn? I know. Let's get to our treasure box. Let's get into our treasure box right here. Let me unlock it. Step to the side here. Open this up and it smells pretty good. Smells pretty good actually. But let's open it up to see. Boom. Can you see it? Nice, yummy. We're gonna learn about food. Awesome. Well, we're gonna learn about the different food groups. I'm excited and I'm starting to get a little hungry. Food groups. I know that there are 5 of them. 5, let's count them. There are meats. I know there are 5 though, but I've only named 1. Let's ask some of our friends if they can help us name all 5 of them and maybe spell them. Help us spell them so we can keep it in our heads, right? Oh, don't hit your head so hard, but definitely keep it up there. Awesome.
I'm here with Tristan, and he's going to help us with vegetables. Could you spell vegetables for us?
VEGETABLES.
Oh yes, fresh vegetables are the best vegetables.
Tristan, can you give us an example of a vegetable?
Lettuce.
Lettuce, awesome.
Ooh, and vegetables, awesome. You gotta love your vegetables. This is definitely where we can get a good source of minerals and vitamins, fiber, and this should make up a large part of our foods, our diet. Awesome, vegetables, yum.
I'm here again with Tristan, and he is going to help us spell grains. Tristan, could you spell grains for us?
GRAINS.
Awesome, that is how you spell grains. Now, can you give us an example of grains?
Rice.
Rice, amazing.
Who doesn't love me some rice? Yum.
Okay, grains, awesome. Who doesn't love grains? Everyone on Guam surely loves them. Some rice, yummy. And it's known to be fibrous, but definitely grains can have a lot of hidden sugars in there, right? Awesome. So we learned about grains. Let's hear from another food group.
Awesome. I'm here with Amin, and he is going to help us spell dairy. Can you help us spell dairy, Amin?
Dairy.
Awesome. That is how you spell dairy. Now, can you give us an example of a dairy product?
Milk.
Milk. Yum, 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 yum. Moo.
And we can find our dairy products at a local convenience store. Of course, we got to pay for it. Can't just walk out.
That's pretty awesome. Dairy. Dairy, so like milk and cheese. Dairy products are high in calcium, and that is something that helps us grow big and strong in our bones to be all strong and stuff. Calcium, dairy, gotta love it. Awesome, thank you. Let's hear from another type of food group.
Awesome. I am here with Nathaniel, and he's going to help us spell fruits. Can you help us spell fruits, Nathaniel?
Fruits.
Awesome. That is how you spell fruits. Can you give us an example of a fruit?
Apple.
An apple. Awesome.
And here is a bit of a fruit stand. Awesome, yummy.
Okay, so yummy, delicious fruit. That definitely helps us with our minerals and vitamins. This definitely helps keep our body nice and healthy and everything running smoothly. Definitely with some fiber. Fruits are known to be fibrous. Oh, gotta love me some fruits. Yum. Let's hear from another food group. I want to learn more.
I'm here with Amin, and he's going to help us spell the last food group, meat. Amin, could you spell meat for us?
Meat.
Awesome, Amin. Now, can you give us an example of meat?
Steak.
Steak.
All right, so there's a meat group, and we know that meat can be a great source of protein that our body needs. Yum. Okay, so I know this is Guam, but I want to show you a bit of my trip in the Philippines where I got to see different food groups. Let's check it out. Okay, we got to see all those different food groups from a different country, and it's very similar to ours, almost the exact same. I'm sure it is just as delicious. Okay, well, we seem to be coming to an end. We've learned about the 5 food groups of grains, dairy, fruits, vegetables, and meat. That was great. Yum, yum. I'm sure many of us are going to have something to eat. Hopefully, it's a lot of vegetables. Well, I'm Mr. Diego. Thank you for tuning in today, and I hope to see you again in pre-K science. Bye, boys and girls.
Hafa students, welcome to PBS University. My name is John Fernandez, and I'm the superintendent of the Guam Department of Education. These PBS University lessons are made to help you to continue learning. The teachers here prepared fun lessons on science, character education, math, English, and more, and they made it for you, the students of Guam. We're very grateful to them for their instruction. We're also thankful for you students, parents, and guardians who are watching. Remember, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon in the next school year. Thank you.
Hello, Hoffaday, and how are you? And welcome back to a new episode of PBS University with me, Mr. Javanal, your extra special cool fine arts instructor. Say kids, Are you ready to have fun with me for some creativity? You are? All right, let's go to my classroom in 3, 2, 1. Hey kids, did you know that I like to associate flowers with the colors of the rainbow? Because there are so many different colors of flowers out there around the world. Well, outside of my house, I got these really beautiful sunflowers. And at school, my teacher loves to grow roses, which is pretty neat. Well, sometimes you can look outside and see what different types of flowers you might have in your backyard. Or maybe if you go outside to a park, you might see a local community garden. And, there might be a really cool flower just for you. If you look around me, you will see sorts of different flowers. And I really love, my personal favorite is the rose because they're so beautiful and I like giving them to people that I love. And as you can see, it's like a big gigantic rainbow. But did you know that in art, many different artists really love using flowers as inspiration? Check out these paintings of flowers. Pretty neat, huh? Say kids, do you want to do a really cool fine arts activity with me today? We are going to be making really big flowers to celebrate the springtime. Are you ready? You are? All right, let's do this in 3, 2, 1.
For this craft, you're going to need the following: a yellow piece of paper, pink piece of paper, green paper, a long green paper, some glue, a pen, and scissors. But remember to always ask an adult for help. Oh, also tape, and really strong tape, and a paper plate. Let's get started. First, what you're going to need is you're going to take your big long piece of green paper and roll it up. This is going to be the stem of our flower. And what you're going to do is you're going to secure it with some tape. But then you're going to grab your really strong tape and take your paper plate, bottom side up. And what you're going to do is you are going to attach it with the blue tape to make a really strong base for our flower. Put that aside, grab your really bright pink pieces of paper, and what I want you to do is think of the shape of a petal and draw it with a pen. You can sketch it out like this. After you finish sketching out the petal, you are going to grab your scissors and make sure you ask an adult for help if needed and cut around the petal. Cut as neat as you can get it to be. Remember to always follow the lines. Cut, cut, cut. But what you're going to do is you are going to take the other pieces of paper and repeat it 6 more times. Just like magic. Now what I want you to do is put that off to the side and grab your yellow piece of paper and draw a big gigantic circle. This is going to be the center of our flower. Ask an adult for help and cut, cut, cut. Cut around the circle, make it look like the neatest circle you can get it to be. Then what you're going to do is put this off to the side and then grab your green piece of paper, and I want you to draw a leaf using your pen. What I need you to do is also draw the ribs of a leaf. That is where it gets its strength from. Then remember, grab a scissor, ask an adult for help, and cut, cut, cut. Put all the pieces to the side, and what I need you to do is grab that big stem with the paper plate and the glue, and I want you to glue on the petals in a very nice way. Remember, put a lot of glue for extra strength. Take the petals and secure it down onto the plate. And as you can see, you are now making a big, gigantic flower. Remember to push it down, get all the petals stuck to the glue. Right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and petal number 6. Also kids, I made some extra pieces just in case if I needed to be, because sometimes the flower might be a little too big, but it's okay. It's always good to have extra pieces just in case. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that one big yellow circle and put a lot of glue and put it in the middle. Now kids, every flower has a leaf. So what you're going to do is grab the leaf, take some glue and glue on the leaf to the stem. Just like that. Remember, press hard so the leaf can stick to the stem. And just like that, we are done. Look, I made a big flower. Wasn't that a really cool activity? I might give it to my mom because Mother's Day is coming up. Remember, Mother's Day is coming up, so show some gratitude for your mom and make a really cool big flower just for her. And you know, I might do different types of flowers next time. I might make a big gigantic daisy. What kind of flower will you make? Really? I can't wait to see that. You know kids, you can make flowers in such different colors, but I just realized something. Did you hear that? It's actually time for me to go. Well, kids, don't worry. I will see you next time in this extra crazy fun fine arts class. I hope you guys will have a very fantastic day. Bye.
Happy Easter, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Character Education with Miss Lizama. Hi, I'm Miss Lizama. Speaking of Easter, I have a joke for you. What did the Easter Bunny say after the Easter parade? Well, if you want to find out the answer, stick around and you'll find out at the end. So Easter started in England, and so many families have their own customs and traditions. But do you know what's the most common one? That's right, an Easter egg hunt. Now, I know these egg hunts are pretty competitive, but do you think we need to cheat in order to win? No, we don't. That's not fair. That's what today's lesson is about. We are going to talk about playing fair. What does it mean by playing fair? Well, playing fair is learning and playing by the rules of the game. Now, you guys already know I like to read books in my lesson. So, for today, we are going to read Last One's a Rotten Egg by Diane de Grout. Now, before I read the story, let's go ahead and sit down, relax, and close our eyes and listen to the story I'm about to tell. Last One's a Rotten Egg by Diane de Grout. Gilbert and Lola were excited. Their cousin Wally was coming. They hadn't seen him in a long time, and they were looking forward to his visit. "He's here!" Lola shouted from the window. The door burst open and Wally tumbled in. "Last one in is a rotten egg," he yelled. Uncle Gus appeared in the door behind him. "Hello, all," he said, picking up the umbrella stand that Wally had knocked over. Wally was much bigger than Gilbert remembered. He was almost as tall as Uncle Gus. "You're just in time for lunch," Mother said. "I made soup and sandwiches." Last one in is a rotten egg, Wally shouted, running to the table. Gilbert walked quickly to his seat. Lola walked quickly too. They didn't want to be rotten eggs. Mother didn't care if she was a rotten egg. She carefully served the soup before sitting down. She said to Wally, "You'll have fun this afternoon. There's an Easter egg hunt in the park." Wally made a face and said, "Egg hunts are for babies." But Gilbert wanted his friends to meet Wally. "There's a prize if you find the most eggs," he said cheerfully. "And there's a prize if you win the golden egg," Lola added. "I'm going to look real hard and find it." "I'll go," said Wally, "but I still think it's stupid." Then he stuffed the last of his peanut butter sandwich into his mouth, saying, "Last one in it is a rotten egg." At the park, Wally didn't want to stay with Gilbert and his friends. He took a basket and headed for the starting line. "Your cousin is not very friendly," Patty said. "He just wants to win," Gilbert answered. Gilbert wanted to win too, so when the whistle blew, he ran after Wally, calling, "Last one up the hill is a rotten egg." They raced in all directions, looking under bushes and behind trees. "I found one," Gilbert shouted from the bushes. "I found two," Wally yelled from behind a tree. Patty and Lola searched the tall grass. "I can't find any eggs," Lola whined. "Look," Patty said, "there's one right by your foot." "I found one," Lola cried. She proudly put the green plastic egg into her basket. Gilbert and Wally ran over to see if more eggs were hiding in the tall grass. Gilbert was anxious to find more because Wally's basket was almost full, but Lola's basket was almost empty. Gilbert sighed and gave Lola some eggs from his own basket. "Thanks," she said. "Let's find more." Together, they ran toward a patch of trees. Suddenly, Lola stopped running and shouted, "I see it! I see the golden egg up in that tree!" She stood on her toes, but she couldn't reach it. Neither could Gilbert. They needed someone tall. He called to Wally, "Lola found the golden egg, but we can't get it." Wally said, "No problem." He stood on his toes and stretched higher and higher. "I got it!" he shouted. "Yay, Wally!" Gilbert said. Wally dropped the egg into his basket and walked off. "Hey!" Gilbert called to Wally. "No fair! Lola found that egg." "But I'm the one who picked it up," Wally said. Lola cried, "I'm telling!" But Wally just said, "Tattletale." The whistle blew, the hunt was over, and everyone headed back to the starting line. Wally had more eggs in his basket than anyone else. He also had the golden egg. Wally said, "I like egg hunts. Let's go see what the prizes are." Gilbert had an idea. "You're right," he said. "Let's go see." Then he shouted, "Last one down is a rotten egg." Wally took off and ran down the hill. "I win," he said. When he looked back, Gilbert and Lola were still at the top, picking up all the eggs that had fallen out of Wally's basket, including the golden one. "Oops," Wally said when he saw his empty basket. For finding the golden egg, Lola won a beautiful sugar egg with a scene inside. For finding the most eggs, Gilbert won an Easter basket filled with chocolate eggs, cream eggs, and his favorite, marshmallow eggs. But Gilbert didn't feel right about taking the basket. He walked over to Wally and said, "You really found the most eggs, not me. You should have the prize." Wally turned red. "Maybe we could share it?" he suggested. The end. Wasn't that a great story? Okay, let's talk about the book. Do you think what Wally did was fair? Nope, it was not. Let's remember to play fair during an Easter egg hunt. Well, that's the end of my lesson. But before you go, what did the Easter Bunny say after the Easter parade? Well, that was excellent. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my lesson and my joke. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Character Education. Okay, bye guys. Oh, and don't forget, spread love, not germs.
Half a day. Half a day, my PBS friends. Ha. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa also means hello or half a day from Japan. Konnichiwa. Welcome to CHamoru time. Guahusi Sinora Bobby. And do I have something very, very special for you today? How many of you love to dance? That's right, yeah. I have a very, very awesome lesson for you, and I'm so sure you're gonna want to dance just like Sonora Bobby. All right, my friends, now listen to Hamzu. Let's get ready for our lesson. I am so excited to share with you some of these amazing dance steps that you might already know. We do some of these dance steps here in my island. What types of dance steps do you do wherever you are from? Wow, Maulik, what awesome dance moves you have. All right, my friends, before we go into these dance steps, we definitely need to make sure that we learn a few of the words that we're gonna need to use when we're doing some of these steps, all right? One of the first words that I always love to use because I love to dance, is baila. That's right, baila. All right, can you say that word? Baila? Oh, Maulik. And we slowed it down a little bit, right? Doesn't it sound much cooler when we slow it down? But the word is baila, and I love to baila here at home or at school or even out, maybe even in the playground. Do you like to baila in the playground? Maulik. All right, here's another word that we definitely are going to use. And this word here is super important because steps are very important to the dances we're learning. But the word step or pasu is one of the words that we would definitely use because I'm going to teach you a couple of steps or dance moves. Are you excited for that? Yeah. All right. High five. That's right. I love our high fives too. Do you? All right. So the word is pasu. Can you say pasu? Oh, Maulik, you said it really good over there. I love it so much. All right, now here are the different pasus that I'm going to teach you. And one of my favorite, I love this pasu all the time, is called the Sitkolo. That's right, or the circle. And we're going to make Sitkolos from our head to the rest of our body, all the way down to my feet. That's right. All right. High five if you love to do Sitkolos or circle. Can you say Sitkolo? Sitkolo. All right. That was awesome, man. And that was a long word. Sitkolo. That's right. And one of the other steps I'm definitely going to teach you is called the Apunta. Can you say Apunta? Maulik. And when you're doing the Apunta, you're actually using your feet to step and point using your right foot and your left foot. That's right. Are you ready to try some of these steps or pasu out? Awesome. Me too. I'm ready to show you a little bit of what I can do. And I want to see you do those same steps that I'm going to teach you. Can you do those steps? Maulik. Kolistu Hamza, are you ready?
Half a day, my friends. Are we ready to baila? Yeah, I'm ready to baila. All right, let's dance. Here's step number 1. Starting with our Apunta. Apunta to step and point. Right foot and left foot. Are you ready? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wow, isn't that amazing? Awesome job, my PBS friends. Great job. All right. Here is the next step and one of my favorites, pasu number 2. And we're going to use our hips to do this step, my favorite of all. All right, don't forget to bend your knees and chin up and smile. Hatsa, hugwa, tulu, fut. I'm counting in Ashtiano now. Hatsa, hugwa, tulu, fut. Wow. Hatsa, hugwa, tulu, fut. And concentrate on those circles and smile. Awesome! You guys did a great job. Adjust, my PBS friends.
All right, my friends, let's review these words, and I hope you enjoyed some of the pasu I was teaching you today. Our first word, of course, was baila. That's right, baila. Awesome. And of course, we use the word pasu for step. Pasu. And here is one of the dance steps that I love so much. It's called Sitkolo. That's right. You're doing a great job, by the way, back there. Awesome. And the last word I taught you, and the last dance pasu, was called Apunta. Apunta. That's right. To step and point with our toes. All right, my friends, my PBS friends. Have a great day, and please try these steps outside or wherever you go. And that's enough for today. Adios. And I'll see you next time on CHamoru time. Adios.
Fast, fun facts. Fast, fun facts. With Mr. Ernest Ochoco. Hi everyone, this is Mr. Ernest Ochoco with another fast, fun fact. And today, we are going to use a vocabulary term that most people don't really know about anymore. So I'm going to teach it to you. It is called zenith. Zenith right there. As in zenith of the sun. Does anyone know what that means? Well, that means at the height of the afternoon. That means like at noontime, that's the zenith of the sun. That's when the sun is at its peak. And it is the hottest time of the day. The zenith of the sun. And why are we talking about the sun today? Well, it's about our vitamins and minerals. The sun gives energy to the earth, and the earth grows plants and vegetables and fruits, and all of those things have minerals and vitamins that help us. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the fruits that give us certain vitamins. First and foremost, we have the orange. The orange provides something called vitamin C. Yes, vitamin C helps with immunity. It helps you stay strong so that you don't get sick. So when I was a little boy, I would sit in the kitchen while my mom was preparing food and she'd be chopping up carrots. And the reason why I enjoyed eating carrots so much is because my mom told me that they were good for my eyes. They're jam-packed with vitamin A and beta-carotene. Wow, those are huge. That's a huge word, beta-carotene, right? Sounds like carrot too. Well, that's the reason why I ate it. She told me that if you eat carrots, they will make your eyes stronger. And I was like, oh, one of my favorite superheroes is Superman. And he has very strong eyes. He has telescopic vision. He can see through things. He can shoot lasers out his eyes. You know, Superman got a lot of strong power. And I was like, maybe if I ate enough carrots, I would have Superman power eyes. Well, it didn't happen, but still, it was helping my eyes out a lot. The next vitamin I want to talk to you about is something that is related to the sun also. Did you know that the sun gives you vitamins? Do you know what vitamin it gives you? Well, let's find out, shall we? Let's bring the sun up. Go ahead, come up, sun. There you go. Oh, it's so bright. Oh, I gotta wear some shades. Put on some shades. There we go. There's my digital shades. And let's soak up that sun. Go ahead, sun. Send me your energy. And let's see what vitamin that is. Boop. It is vitamin D. You get vitamin D from the sun. Isn't that cool? Let's take off the shades. Go. Thank you, sun. Bye. So vitamin D can come from the sun. All you need is a few minutes in the sun and you got your full day's allowance of vitamin D. So that is your fast fun fact, you guys. Eat your vegetables, eat your fruits, and get a little bit of sun. Not too much now, but get a little bit of sun. Just a few minutes a day. Bye.
Hafa students, I'm Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. For more than a year now, you all have continued to wash your hands and watch your distance from others, and you've done a really great job wearing your masks. We know your parents and guardians have helped you to make these changes to keep yourself and your community safe. As Governor Leon Guerrero said, we are happy you are here. We want you to continue to learn and sharpen your skills with the help of PBS University. This program is the result of a collaborative effort. We couldn't do it alone. I'd like to thank the teachers and support staff of the Guam Department of Education and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to our students. I'd also like to thank you students for participating at home. To your parents, I'd like to thank you for taking an active role in your child's education. We are all eager to return to a time when all of us can share and study together in person. Until then, we hope you learned something new from this PBS University instruction.